All right, so you want to learn about how to handle those annoying drones that might be flying around where they shouldn't.
Yeah, those pesky things.
Exactly. Well, we did a deep dive into DRONEGUARD.
Okay.
It's a new service, and it's specifically made to deal with unauthorized drones.
Oh, interesting.
And get this, it's offered by a company called LEVPOWER. What they do is they actually intercept those drones.
Intercept them, like they stop them.
For this deep dive, our main source was a technical paper.
A technical paper, huh?
Yep, written by LEVPOWER's CEO, Lev Neymotin himself.
Wow, straight from the source.
Now, the paper does talk about law enforcement applications.
Right.
But for our deep dive today, we're going to be focusing on the technology behind DRONEGUARD.
The tech. Got it.
Specifically, we're going to be diving into their method of, are you ready for this, forceful interception.
Forceful interception, that sounds intense. I'm ready.
It's as interesting as it sounds. So to get started, how does DRONEGUARD even find these unauthorized drones in the first place?
Well, think of it this way. DRONEGUARD uses its own drones to patrol your airspace.
Like a security force in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. And these drones are equipped with systems that can actually identify other drones.
So they're like drone police?
Kind of, yeah. They use existing tech like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
To basically check if these other drones have what's called a remote ID. They interrogate them.
So like a digital license plate for drones.
Exactly. Remote IDs are super important for accountability. They have key info, like a unique ID for each drone, their location, and even flight details. This data can then be accessed by authorized personnel.
Including law enforcement, if needed.
Yeah, potentially. It really depends on the situation and any agreements in place.
Makes sense. So DRONEGUARD finds a drone, checks for its ID. What happens then?
Well, once they have all that info, they put together a detailed report on the incident. This report is shared with the property owner.
So you're always in the loop.
Right. And in certain cases, based on the situation and any prearranged agreements, they might also pass that information to the authorities.
Okay, that makes sense. But what if DRONEGUARD encounters a drone without a remote ID?
That's when things get really interesting. If there's no remote ID, they flag that drone automatically.
They flag it.
Yeah, as a potential threat. And this can trigger their forceful interception protocol.
Okay, now we're getting to the exciting part. What does forceful interception actually look like?
So picture this. The DRONEGUARD drone, which, by the way, was designed by Lev Neymotin himself.
No way.
Yeah, it spots a drone without that remote ID and gets into position. It then uses a special system to shoot a jet of liquid plastic right at the target drone.
It actually shoots at it.
Yeah, well, it's more about disabling the drone than starting an all-out drone war.
Okay, see, so what happens when this liquid plastic hits the drone?
Well, here's the thing. Upon contact, this liquid goes through a rapid expansion. It turns into a solid foam that completely encases the drone. It's like this expanding, hardening bubble, basically. This immediately stops the drone in its tracks, bringing it down from the sky.
That sounds effective, but wouldn't a falling drone be a hazard?
That's a good point, and DRONEGUARD has thought of that. It doesn't just stop the drone, it actually guides its descent as well.
Oh, wow.
AI-driven software calculates the path of that falling drone and makes sure it lands somewhere safe.
So it's a controlled crash landing.
Pretty much. Plus, the foam has a dual function, you see. It not only stops the drone, it also provides cushioning for impact. It protects both the drone they intercept and anything on the ground below.
Very clever design.
Mm-hmm.
So the foam, it does more than just cushion the fall, right?
You got it. The technical paper mentioned that they actually mix metal powder into the foam.
Metal powder, huh?
This has a very specific purpose to disrupt communication signals. It cuts off the connection between the rogue drone and whoever's operating it.
That's fine.
This ensures safety and prevents the operator from regaining control or trying to fly the drone away.
So, to recap, the DRONEGUARD drone stops the rogue drone, brings it down safely, and then what? Does it just leave it there covered in foam?
Actually, it doesn't just leave it there. The DRONEGUARD drone lands nearby and waits for further instructions from its operator.
Okay.
This suggests they have a whole procedure in place for handling the captured drone.
Right. From a security and investigative standpoint, that makes sense.
Exactly. They really emphasize the importance of keeping the captured drone intact for forensic analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Examining it can help figure out where it came from, what it was doing, and maybe even uncover any criminal intent.
It's a vital step in ensuring security.
Absolutely.
This whole system, it's incredibly advanced. It sounds like it's still under development, right?
Yeah, that's right. This kind of technology is always evolving, especially considering all the legal and regulatory stuff around drone use. The paper mentions that DroneGuard is working with the FAA and other agencies.
To make sure everything's above board.
Yep, to ensure responsible use and compliance with all the rules.
It's a really fascinating solution for dealing with those unauthorized drones. With drones becoming more and more common, DroneGuard offers a unique and effective approach to airspace security. It really makes you think, with technology like this advancing so rapidly, what does the future hold for how we manage our increasingly crowded airspace? It's definitely something to ponder.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see how this all develops.
Absolutely.